What's up, collectors and ultras? So much to see us today. I want to finally be taking a look at Transformers Studio Series 8606, Leader Class Grimlock and Wheelie. Taking a really good look at the packaging, we got a nice Transformers logo on the side, Studio Series 8606 on the bottom, a nice image for them, as well as a nice display of both of them. You can see Grimlock and Wheelie there. And on the side, we got an image of them, as well as Studio Series 86 on the top. And on the back of the packaging, we got the Catch Up Robot mode and the Stun Beast mode, as well as Wheelie there. And you can see the Transformers on 24 steps, and you can see that the background is on the bottom. And on the side, we got that same image, but a further away look, and it really looks good. It really looks three-dimensional. And with the 86 on the top as well. And on the top of the box, we got Transformers the movie. So with all that being said, that's pretty much it for the whole thing, so let's get into it. And here we have Transformers Studio Series 8606 Leader Class Grimlock and Wheelie in hand and out of the packaging. And as you can see, both of them looking real nice, super accurate to the movie representation. Unfortunately, I only have one con with this guy, and I'm gonna discuss that right now. Jumping straight into my only con, and yes, is Wheelie. Is not even Grimlock. For the sculpted and detail that this guy has, honestly, it's not bad, it's decent. Let me see if the camera can focus. There you go. As you can see, really accurate to the movie representation. I got a couple of paint drips on the chest, so that's unfortunate. As you can see, just a tiny little bit of red on the chest, and on this section they're just orange all over the place, you can see. So my only con is the articulation on this guy. It's not even Grimlock, because this section it's permanently on a pull position forever, so this cannot bend at all, and it's unexcusable, because as you can see, the head can go on 360 degrees. It's a little stiff though, this as well, because it's on a ball joint. This is on a ball joint as well, and this section is on a ball joint, to make him squat, so he can go into Grimlock. And it also has a swivel on the way, so come on guys. And not even that, this can be removable, and you cannot make this articulate. Come on guys, you're killing me with this. Like, honestly, it's unexcusable. It's honestly disappointing for me that just this guy cannot just stand up. It's honestly forever on a pull position. But that's pretty much it for Wheelie. Honestly, for me, this guy is a disappointment. Just let's get it out of the way. For the weapon, it's not bad, honestly. I really wanted to see a sword on this guy, but they're focusing on the movie, not on the G1 series, so this is accurate as well. On the movie, he only uses blaster. As you can see, the dual barrel looks really good. The sculpted in detail is not bad at all. It has a tiny little bit of peg there, but I don't mind it. It really pegs well, as you saw on the intro. But as you can see, the sculpted in detail that the weapon itself has, not bad at all. Just really accurate to the movie representation, and it gets the job done. And you can also peg some fire effects on both of the barrels, so not bad at all. But that's pretty much it for the weapon itself. And now for the main event, Grimlock himself. And this guy, oh my god, this guy just looks insane. It looks like he just jumped out of the movie. Really accurate. The only section that it kind of bothers me, but I honestly don't care, it's this section right here. This is not supposed to be as blackish as it is, because I don't know if the camera can see, but there's the Autobot logo there, and this is supposed to be here, but it's supposed to be clear plastic, not black or smoke it windows there. So that this section is not accurate though, but this is the only section that is not accurate. But moving on to the face goals, you can see super accurate to the G1 representation, as well as the movie. It has the blue lens, so I'm super happy of that. But as you can see, the sculpted in detail looks stunning. No paint joints whatsoever on the face goal, so that's always a plus. And as you can see, it just looks so good. Moving on to the chest itself, you can see that the sculpted in detail looks stunning as well, and the gold looks really good. No paint joints whatsoever on the gold. It looks so shiny and so great. I love it. And you can see that it has the buffy shoulders that he had on the G1 and on the movie as well, so really accurate as well there. And just the sculpted in detail, you can see that he has some mechanics and robotics towards the whole robot mode, and you can see that the claws are gold as well. And moving on to this section, you can see that the red looks good, really accurate to the G1 representation as well, and the sculpted in detail just follows through the whole body. I love it, honestly. You can see that the blue, the red, and the green have no pinches whatsoever on both sections. That's always a plus. Not bad at all, and just the colors pop so much. I love it. And for the sides of the legs, you can see that that same sculpted in detail just translates really well to the bottom of his feet, so not bad at all, and giving you a 360 degrees so you can appreciate the sculpted in detail that this guy has towards the whole body, because this is on the whole body. Even on the back it has some sculpted in detail, and again super accurate to the G1 representation. It also has the wings, and this section is articulated. You can move it however you want, and you can position it however you want. As you can see, it has a gold on the back. This is going to become, you know, the face of him on the Dinobot, but as you can see, not bad at all. Just for the sculpted in detail, and the paint job on this guy is flawless. And again, no paint jobs whatsoever on the entire figure, so it makes me really happy, and hopefully it's going to be the same for you. For articulation, it's not bad. You can go ahead and post them however you see fit. As you can see on the head skull, it has bulging, so you can go ahead and give it the old 360 degrees, a little up and down, side to side motion, so not bad there. This is on a ratchet joint, so you can go ahead and give it the old 360 degrees. It can extend about that far. And the upper section of the arm, it has a swivel, and it has a hinge here, so you got more than a 90-degree bend there, so not bad at all. It has a swivel on the hands and a swivel on the waist. The legs can extend about that far and about that far, and on the upper section of the legs, it has a swivel as well. And for the splits, you can go ahead and give it a 10 out of 10 splits, so not bad for a leader class. And it has a hinge here, so you got a 90-degree bend there, so not bad at all. And like every Studio Series figure, this can be articulated, so you got some ankle pivoting, so not bad at all. And on the back, the wings can go up and down, side to side, so not bad at all. And the little T-Rex arms can be articulated as well if you want to get them out of the way. So honestly, not bad for articulation. Again, for a leader class, it's just flawless, 10 out of 10. Again, you can post them however you see fit. So with that being said, that's pretty much it for the articulation. For a comparison, so you guys can see how he looks and how he's scaled next to other Autobots. Here we have Bumblebee, so you guys can see how he looks next to him, and oh my god, he looks so small but so cute. But again, this is the way it's supposed to be. Bumblebee indeed was small, so this is super accurate to the G1 representation as well as the movie. And moving on, here we have Optimus Prime, so you guys can see how he looks next to the beefy Grimlock. And in my opinion, this is a little bit off. Grimlock is supposed to be a little bit more bigger, but they look good nonetheless. And last but not least, here we have Hot Rod, so you guys can see how he looks next to Grimlock and Cup. Let me go ahead and get it. There you go. As you can see, they look so good next to one another, and oh my god, they look so accurate that they blow my mind. Just they look like they just jump out of the screen into the figures themselves, and I'm just super happy to finally complete the entire 86 line. And by the way, speaking of that, I already make a video on every single one, so if you're interested, the link's gonna be on the description down below, as well as in the top right corner of this video. That video is gonna be, you know, just a complete playlist of each individual review that I make. But with that being said, this is pretty much it for the comparison. Moving on to the transformation, let me get the suit out of the way. If you have transformed any Grimlocks on the past, it's pretty much the same thing. What you want to do is to come here and hide the hands, and do the same on the other side like so. Go ahead and unpack the chest like so, and that's going to allow you clearance to hide the head like that. Go ahead and come to the back and remove the section like so, like that, and just leave this whole section be. Forget about that, and you know, turn your attention to this section. You want to go ahead and unpack this section, pull that there, and go ahead and do the same on this side. Go ahead and rotate this and move the sections to the side like so, and that's gonna allow you for this section to fully rotate to the top, and go ahead and do the same on the other side like so. And when you hear a peg or a tap, that's pretty much it for the movement there. Go ahead and try to unpeg the section. It's not going to secure now because not everything is on place yet, so go ahead and remove the section like so, and do the same on the other side. You want to come here and sort of like rotate this section to the outside like so, and when you do that, you want to go ahead and rotate this section like so. Do the same on the other side, and kind of align everything up. There's a peg here and a peg here. You want to go ahead and peg those two there, and come here and remove this section, and you know, come here and peg it in. And this is gonna basically secure the entire section, because you can see there's a tap there or a hole there, and there's a peg there, and that's gonna secure the entire section. As you can see, it's flush now, so it's secure. And go ahead, and now you can go ahead and peg this section like so, so it can be secured. And when you do that, last but not least, you want to go ahead and put the wings that now become the chest of the T-Rex on place. It has only one peg, it's in the middle. Peg that in, and go ahead, last but not least, pull the head on place, and basically position it however you want to, but when you're done, this is Grimlock on his awesome looking T-Rex mode. And for the T-Rex mode, you can see that he looks so accurate to the G1 representation as well as the movie that it blows my mind. He's sculpted in detail on this guy. It's insane. It's just, as you can see, Wheelie is, you know, doing the only thing that he can do, honestly, is ride Grimlock, but you know, that part is super accurate to the movie, so I really don't mind that, and it really looks good, you know, next to him. So, you know, it pegs here on this section right here really securely. You know, all you have to do is peg it here and peg it here, and there's a tap on this section and on this section that he taps really securely, so he has that going for him. But you know, other than that, he's pretty useless. But as you can see, he's sculpted in detail on the whole thing. It's just so accurate. As you can see, it has kind of like a peg there on, you know, on the mouth, so you can go ahead and peg it, you know, a fire effect or something to mimic that he's, you know, shooting fire through his mouth. But not bad at all. This can articulate up and down, as you saw, and you know, this can move up and down. The only problem that I have with the T-Rex mode is, as you can see, it has no teeth on the front. You can see that on the side it has them on both sides, but on the front it does not. So it looks like, you know, he has no teeth on the front from afar, and once you see it, you cannot unsee it. It kind of looks weird to me, honestly. But you know, other than that, that's my only con on the entire thing. As you can see, everything looks marvelous, just super accurate. As you can see, the Autobot logo looks good, and it's sculpted, so that's really nice indeed. It pops really well. And as you can see, the hands are made of this white thingamajig, and you know, it has a hinge here and a ball joint on the top, and it's really stiff, so that's always good. Unfortunately, the hands itself cannot move, it has no hinge there, so that's stuck on that position, so that's unfortunately there. I really don't mind that. And that color is here and here. This I honestly, I'm not a fan. I don't particularly, you know, I'm kind of 50-50. You know, I'm kind of 50-50 on this section, because I really would prefer if they keep, you know, the gray on this section and just, you know, painted the whole thing, not put this white. It really kind of looks awkward, out of place. But as you can see, the gold looks good, the red looks really good. The sculpted in detail that he has on the legs pops so much. You can see the circle thingamajig here that he has here. You know, the robotics and mechanics looks really good, and no pinches whatsoever on the T-Rex mode as well as the robot mode, so that's always a plus, honestly. But just moving on to the comparison, so you guys can see how he scales with Bumblebee. I didn't transform it because, you know, he's technically, you know, a T-Rex with a vehicle mode. I don't have to transform him. So this is how they look next to one another, and he looks so tiny. You can simply go ahead and put Bumblebee as well, you know, riding Grimlock if you want. That's how small this guy is. And you know, for comparison in Wheelie, so yeah, you can see, you know, the scale and have an idea of how small this guy is. There you have that. And with Optimus Prime, so you guys can see, you know, how he looks next to Optimus Prime on robot mode. This is how he looks. In my opinion, not bad at all. Optimus should be just a little bit smaller, or just a lot smaller, honestly. I really don't remember, but I know the T-Rex is supposed to be a lot bigger than Optimus Prime. And here is Optimus Prime on vehicle mode, so you guys can see how he scales next to Grimlock. He looks tiny. This is the way he's supposed to be, you know, Optimus Prime being the tiny one, because Grimlock is super big, and this is the way that it's supposed to be. So moving on, here we have Jazz. You guys can see how he scales next to him, you know, another Studio Series figure, just to see how he looks next to Grimlock. And last but not least, here we have Scourge. So you guys can see how he scales, and pretty much every single one looks small next to Grimlock, and this is the way it's supposed to be, you know, minus you know, the robot mode of Optimus that honestly looks out of place. I really don't like to scale. This is supposed to be a lot bigger than Optimus Prime, but you know, what can you do? So that's pretty much it for the comparison between all the, you know, the figures that I have at the moment available to me. And for the transformation back to robot mode, it's honestly super easy. You're gonna undo whatever you used to transform it to you know, T-Rex mode. And what I like to do is first unpack this section. That's gonna allow you to fully unpack this section and kind of hitch this section up so it just doesn't hit this section right here. So go ahead and pull those out like so. You want to go ahead and unpack this section and pull this section a lot down, and go ahead and remove this section and put it on place like so. That's going to allow you to fully put this section without no problem like so. So when the chest is out, forget about the whole thing, just move on to this section right here. Go ahead and unpack it through this section right here, and when you do that, fold those pieces outwards like though, and then fold this section in like that. Do the same on the other side, and when you go ahead and do that, you want to go ahead and fold the section up like so, peg it in Do the same on the other side. Peg this section in like so, and go ahead and move to the back and fold this section on position like so. Go ahead and fold that in and fold this up, peg that in, fold this up, peg that in. That's pretty much it for the legs. When you have that, last but not least, you want to go ahead and kind of press on this section. When you press it, it's going to reveal the hands. Do the same on both sides, and kind of position everything how you like it, and pull the wings how you preferred or whatnot. But when you're done, this is pretty much it for the whole transformation. There you have it. This is Grimlock and his awesome looking robot mode. And with all that being said, this is pretty much it for the video, guys. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please leave a like. It really helps you to hour and a half my videos get out there in a while. So if you get any value out of my content, please subscribe, and I will see you on the next video. But this is pretty much it for Transformers Studio Series 8606, Leader Class Grimlock and Wheelie.